What's up, FC Wonderkid community? Here with another video, now talking about Man City. Bernardo Silva might be leaving, Walker might be leaving, Guardiola's greatness, and Gvardiol signing. We're going to be talking about all these topics in this video, but before we get to it, don't forget to like this video, comment, and share with friends. And yes, the share button, just use it, and it's just a huge help. So go bold, and we'll be answering all the comments on YouTube, or trying. So go bold, community. Starting, I have to say, Man City had a special season, a European treble season that is iconic. One of the best English teams assembled by Pep Guardiola. 6 seasons of Pep Guardiola, 5 Premier League titles. And a big reason for that is the first player I'm going to talk, and it's Bernardo Silva. If you talk about Man City in the Champions League this season, you must talk about Haaland and Bernardo Silva. I know Haaland in the late stages wasn't as key as Bernardo, but he was bold too. Haaland was the top goal scorer of the Champions League. But staying on Bernardo Silva had 3 goals and 1 assist in the Champions League. Yet, he was one of the most important in the knockout stages. Bernardo Silva elevates any team he plays on. PSG, if they get Bernardo Silva, they're contenders to win the Champions League. Barcelona, if they get Bernardo Silva, they're contenders to go against Real Madrid in La Liga, that they're assembling a bold team. And Man City, I really think Man City cannot afford to lose Bernardo Silva. It's a signing itself if they manage to convince him. He's that important. And notice, I say PSG with Luis Enrique, Barcelona with Xavi, and Guardiola with Man City. These 3 teams, a Barcelona DNA in their tactics, clear influence from the Cruyff times, and all these 3 want and need Bernardo Silva. And again, Bernardo Silva is world class. He really is world class. He's a pure footballer, okay? He's a winger. He plays at the midfield, that 8 role, the traditional 8 role that Pep Guardiola changed right when he arrived at Man City. When he puts Kevin De Bruyne, David Silva with Fernandinho holding, everything changed for the 8 position. And Bernardo Silva is a modern day consequence of just that. The way he can drop to the center, the way he likes to be at the right wing. He is so intelligent, Bernardo Silva. So Bernardo Silva has elite control, technique, intelligence. You can recognize the intelligence he has with his movements on the pitch. He must know what he's doing. And that is what Barca needs. If Barcelona or Champions League contenders, they have to sign a Bernardo Silva. I love João Felix stating that he loves Barcelona, but Bernardo Silva, that is the main signing that Barcelona would just elevate to the contenders talk. Next to Real, next to Man City, and next to Bayern Munich with Harry Kane if that happens. So let's see. Man City, 6 players could be leaving this off-season. We know Bernardo Silva is expressing that he wants to leave the Barcelona. Cancelo is going to leave. Mahrez, surprise, for 30 million. He's going to Saudi Arabia. Gundogan has already left. Walker, an iconic and one of the best defenders I've ever seen in England. He's going to leave too. And Laporta is going to Atletico de Bilbao. Oh, that club always get the Basque players back. Oh, the history and the heritage of Basque players. Did I just say Laporta? It's Laporte, okay? It's not the Barca president, but okay. Laporta, Bernardo Silva, come on! Man City supporters that are watching this video will be going crazy. But Walker, that is a heavy loss for Man City. Walker, that in his years at Man City, 6 years, he's won 14 trophies, Kyle Walker at Man City. He was 6 years at Spurs, and he didn't win 1 trophy. An English legend. Okay, for the national team too, he's iconic. And Walker had to play at center back and at right back. He locked in the Champions League. Some elite games, and Walker is aging, yet he's still very pacey, okay? So big credit to Walker, that even if he goes to Bayern Munich, okay, I could see Pavard going to Man City in that case. But Walker, I think Guardiola should want to stay, but even if he goes to Bayern Munich, That is a legend of Man City. So if you're watching until now, tell me, where do you think Bernardo Silva is going to go? Okay, Barca, Man City. Will he go to Saudi Arabia getting like 50 million a season? Absolutely mad if that happens. What do you think will happen with Bernardo Silva? And with Walker too. Will he be going to Bayern Munich? Tell us in the comment section. And like this video. Come on, community. Now, talking about signings, a big signing, Kovacic. Okay, don't sleep on Kovacic with Pep Guardiola. He's going to be a much better player, maybe the best Kovacic that we've seen in the Premier League is going to be now with Man City, with Pep Guardiola. And now it is teammate in the national team, Gvardiol. Joško Gvardiol is a huge power move done by Man City. Man City, in my opinion, look, it's no surprise, I know, Portuguese bias this, but Man City have the best center back in the world, and that name is Ruben Dias. I know, Ronald Araújo, he's my number 2, but Gvardiol would be my number 3, and especially, look how Haaland improved with Pep Guardiola. Now let's see Gvardiol that was in the best lineup of the World Cup. Guardiola is going to be working and developing a player like that. Such a baller. Joško Gvardiol will be the most expensive defender in the history of football, and this is a secure and a guarantee move done by Man City with Pep Guardiola. Gvardiol is for sure a baller that gives guarantees and a world-class player for the future. In the next 5 years, Man City are going to have in defense Ruben Dias, Ederson, Gvardiol, maybe Stones, Rico Lewis, the Conquistadores. Whoa, my days, what a defense. And Rodri. Rodri's still young for his level. If you've never seen Joško Gvardiol, he is a very mobile and strong center-back for his physique. He was at Dinamo Zagreb when I first saw him play, and I remember seeing him in the Euros for Croatia, playing as a left-back. So he's very adaptable to his play. And in this style of play, this new tactic that Pep Guardiola, such a genius, has done with 4 center-backs defending, what an elite move in the Champions League. Gvardiol fixed that tactic perfectly with no fullbacks, since he's played at the fullback role and he knows what is needed. So what a cheat code of a signing. I reiterate, Ruben Dias and Joško Gvardiol, if they work out next season, the best centre-back duo in football. And De Ligt and Min-Jae Kim have been assembled. I see Ronald Araújo improving, but it's scary, the potential of Pep Guardiola with Joško Gvardiol and Ruben Dias, the leader. And I say Ruben Dias a lot, not just because he's Portuguese, because he is the best centre-back in the world, and Man City have never lost a Premier League title with Ruben Dias playing. That's been 3 seasons, 3 Premier League titles for Ruben Dias. That's the leadership level. Elite. Look, they were going to sign Koulibaly. Thank God they signed Ruben Dias. Much better decision and cheaper and younger. He is a legend. He is the Vincent Company, not region. He is a zone player. Ruben Dias. I love it. And the Man City Academy keeps on delivering, people. James Trafford didn't suffer one goal in the under-21 Euros, 0 goals conceded, all the competition for James Trafford, and he's now going to Burnley. Vincent Kompany knows exactly what he's getting from this goalkeeper, and I'm excited to see Burnley that got Zeki Abdouni from Switzerland. Woo! Don't sleep on them. And a bold move today. Carlos Borges is heading to West Ham. I know there's a buyback clause. Very smart from Man City. They know exactly what they're giving to West Ham. But Carlos Borges, he's not going to Portugal. He's staying in England and going to a top team in London. If Carlos Borges does what he does in Premier League 2 in the Premier League, boy, oh boy, he's going to cost triple, 4 times the 16 million that West Ham have paid for him. That is a bold move to a team too. West Ham that needs goals. Their strikers, since Antonio does not, Scamacca didn't work out a lot. Carlos Borges is a player that gives goals if he works out. So watch out. I'm excited. Woo! And youth in this City squad. Foden is still young. Haaland, Cole Palmer, I like if he get a move. Julian Alvarez, let's not forget Julian Alvarez, that he is one of the best backup strikers in the Premier League, winning a World Cup too. That was Julian Alvarez season. Oh my days, it's just crazy. And again, just like we saw, Erling Haaland was world class at Dortmund, but he went another level at Man City with Guardiola. Gvardiol is world class at RB Leipzig, but he's going to be at another level with Man City with Pep Guardiola. 52 goals scored this season for Erling Haaland and 9 assists. European treble and the best debut season I've ever seen a player. He was the PFA Player of the Year and the Young Player of the Year. What? Haaland! Erling Haaland breaking the internet. So keep going bold, and Ballon d'Or winner, do you believe Erling Haaland is the Ballon d'Or winner? I want to see that talk in the comment section, because I know too that you're listening until now if you're talking about that. Fun fact, Kevin De Bruyne is the only player in this Man City squad that wasn't signed by Pep Guardiola. World class for a reason. And again, he's in my best 11 of the Premier League, 100%. And let's not forget Rodri. Rodri is one of the best defensive midfielders in the world. So Man City have this luxury. Center back, one of the best center back in the world, Ruben Dias, is at Man City. The best defensive mid, or one of the best, Rodri, is at Man City. The best goal scorer in the world of football is at Man City. And the best playmaker in the world of football is at Man City too, Kevin De Bruyne. And then you have Foden. Then you have Gvardiol now. Ederson and goals. So many other variables. This squad is ridiculous. But leave us your thoughts about Man City. Tell us, what do you think will happen next season? Will Bernardo Silva stay or go? Will we see Erling Haaland even better? What are your expectations too on like Gundogan at Barca? Tell us your opinions and bold statements. We just want to see the community chatting down below. And if you're listening until now, thank you for going bold, and like and comment and share this video.